Good morning, everybody. Alright, we're going to change the plans here from my previous video here. Last video you probably saw was either my pickup in Seguin, Texas, or maybe a ramble video about the new driver training requirements and my take on the 18 to 20 year olds driving interstate commercial vehicles, and then also about GPS. Alright, so the load I have with me right now is the same one that I picked up in Seguin. It is going to San Bernardino, California, right down the street from our drop yard. However, last night, while I don't know, an hour and a half or so after I started my 10-hour break, I got asked if I'd be willing to drop this load in our Tolleson drop yard, which is here I'm in Phoenix area right now on Loop 202, crossing over Lower Buckeye Road right now. The very next exit is Buckeye Road. That's the same street that our drop yard is on. Be using that exit. I'll be dropping this load. I need to hook to an empty, assuming they have one. Hopefully it's clean. And I'll be picking up a load. Come on, FedEx. Be picking up a reload here in town. Bay Logistics, yeah. Which I believe is going to be Lineage Logistics, but I don't know. I don't know the address that I'm supposed to be going to until I actually drop this trailer and get the load assignment in for the other one. But when I searched on Google Maps for Bay Logistics, it came up, they pulled up Lineage Logistics facility that's right over here off 202, just to the west of here. Slide over to this lane, and then we're going to make a left turn here to head west on Buckeye. So I'm assuming that's where I'm going to be picking up from, but again, I don't know for sure. We'll find out. And also, in the interest of keeping the video from being excessively long, I don't know if I'm going to make this just a drop and hook at our drop yard video, or if I'm going to combine it with the pickup. My thought is to make them on the same video, but we'll see. I want to try to keep the video under an hour long like usual, so we'll see how things go. I always forget about this Quick Trip being here, and it is a truck stop too. Oh, and well, then this is not Quick Trip's part of the lot there; it's someone else's, but it's truck parking. All right, yeah, a couple miles down the road here. Our drop yard, we use the Thermo King West lot, the back of the Thermo King facility, right next to the JBS beef plant. That way, if you're new to JCT, or if you're a JCT driver and you've never been to this drop yard before or something, that's what you're looking for. It's Buckeye and what's that other street? It's before 82nd, I think, or after 82nd. I want to say between 75th and 82nd, or whatever it is, something like that. I get it mixed up. I know 99th Street is the street that the Pilot truck stops on, and I know that's west of the. And basically, if you're on I-10. If you're coming from I-10, you can use the same exit that Love's is off of, which is 135, and I want to say it's 83rd or 82nd Street, whatever it's called. Just use that and then come down to Buckeye and turn right, and go down the street, and on the right side will be where Thermo King is at. After hours, they do have a gate, and you need the code for it. Today's a Sunday. Currently the 23rd. Yeah, 23rd of January at 9:24 local time. I don't know if they're going to be open or not. I might need the code. I'll pull up to the lot And if I do need it, I'll just ask. I'll just send a message telling dispatch I need the gate code because I don't remember it. Sometimes they change the. Sometimes they might change the code too, like our Fort Worth drop yard. I know they changed the code a while back. Alright, assuming I make the pickup video, pickup footage on this same video here, in case you're interested, the load will be going to the Coca-Cola facility in Waco, Texas. It's going to be a first time experience for both the pickup and the delivery on the load for me. I was going to end up at my house today, but I ended up, when I got asked about that, I talked to my wife about things, and because I accidentally left the keys to our new car in my pocket when I left the house, and went on the road with it, and I wasn't sure if she was going to want it or need it, whatever, so I had a discussion with her, and she doesn't need the vehicle, so this is actually going to get me more miles out of this 70-hour clock than just going to San Bernardino. It was only going to be 3,100-ish miles total across round trip. Had I been delivering it myself, but now instead of from Tucson to San Bernardino, it's I want to say like 400 miles or so. Yeah, a little over 400 miles. And now from Tucson to Tolleson back over to Waco, that's 1,100 plus. Closer to 12 hours. I can't remember exactly how many, but it's it'll get me an extra, we'll just say 700 or so miles out of my 70-hour clock than I was expecting to, so that's going to be nice. I'm going to have a good quality week to turn in, especially if it, that one is kind of a tighter schedule. It's due on the 25th, I believe, which is Tuesday. So yeah, it's going to be some really good miles before Thursday, which Thursday's the deadline for our I forgot. I keep wanting to say that Thermo King's over here, but it's not. It's the next block down. I don't know why I'm getting stuck in my head that I'm on the correct block, but I'm not. Alright, there's 3 lanes right here, but the right lane's going to end right up here, so I'm not going to waste it. Yeah, it's 83rd Avenue that I was thinking of earlier. The 83rd, this street that I'm crossing right now, is the one that Love's Truck Stop is off of. And when you see this QT here, that's when you know you're getting close to the drop yard, and that's the right corner too. Next street, I want to say is like 92nd or something. Somewhere in that area. Okay, look like there's a truck right. I don't know if he's in the Thermo King. No, yeah, he's in Thermo King's lot. Can't tell if he's up in front of their gate or yeah, it does indeed look like he's in front of their gate, waiting for the gate to open. Okay, so I'm gonna have to wait for him. Just in case, I'm gonna ask for the gate code. What a bit am I good for OTD tomorrow? Okay, so yeah, Now, one of our weekend dispatchers, Ramy, actually, she's been with us for a long time. Well, I think 5 years. I don't know. I know she's been here longer than I have, and I'm coming up on 4 years myself. Then I know she used to work in breakdown, and then she worked in the service area, our shop, and then now she's a weekend dispatcher. She was asking me about my OTD status for this load here that's behind me, but I'm like, I want to read the load notes. OTD is not my problem. I'm dropping it here in the drop yard, and whoever's inheriting the load, that's who you need to ask that question to. And but she's still kind of getting up to speed on doing things over there. She hasn't been in weekend dispatch for very long, so yeah, I'm not going to sit here and knock on her at all for that. Yeah, I've had good rapport with her. So I'll just wait for the info to come in here, and it looks like this guy's waiting for the gate code as well. Alright guys, finally, so it turned out the other guy, he's not actually here to drop a trailer, well, for himself. It's, I guess he's trying to get his trailer fixed. So he's actually waiting for an after-hours technician to show up to let him in. But I was like, yeah, I use this place as a drop yard though, and I can't get in here. But so I opened the gate for him so he can get in, and now he's just gotta wait on his guy, and I can do what I gotta do. Alright, Sierra England drivers use the same lot as a drop yard as well. So if you're an England driver, this is good information as well. In fact, right in front of us, I see a damaged trailer right there. Looked like it hit a low bridge or something right in front of me. That's probably a Sierra England trailer. That's a Walmart trailer. That doesn't look like it hit a bridge. It looked like somebody looked like it hit something else. We'll check that out on the way out. I want to sight into the spots. JCT spots are in the northwest corner of the lot. Basically, the spots face south, and they're right here next to the JBS facility. Alright, generally, if you're going to be here, not really supposed to stay hooked up to trailers when you're parked here. I know some people will call bullshit on that, but they prefer that we not be parked in front of trailers here. It's not that we can't, but it's best practice to not. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and park in between these guys here. There's some steel plates here. Make sure the landing gear goes on top of it. Tandems are out a little bit there, so I'm kind of swinging a little bit wider than I might normally do here. This looks perfect. I can see it. I'm on over the top of the steel pad right here, so we're good. Alright guys, we're got bills dropped in here. We're to pull away from this trailer. 7411 over here on the end of our section is appears to be in good shape, ready to use right now. Looks like it was just washed out recently. And it has a full tank of fuel in it. And current registration too. Looks like it's in good shape. 7411, actually, it might be one of brand new trailers. Some of our 7400 trailers are old and some of them are new. Yeah, that's a messed up. That's a Walmart trailer right there as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab for 7411. I still have to do a more thorough pre-trip on it, but looks like it's in really good shape from what I can tell. Alright, place the bags. Okay, so a little word of the wise for you guys if you're newer to driving or getting ready to become a driver. You notice I turned the steering wheel and I wasn't looking at all. I already knew exactly how far I needed to turn the steering wheel to straighten my steer tires. This is something that I always had an issue with trainees. A lot of times they'd be so fixated on paying attention to the back of the trailer, they had no idea what was going on with the front of with their steer tires. So they'd sit here and turn the steering wheel, and I would tell them to straighten their steer tires, and they'd have to do this. They stick their head out the window so they can see where exactly the tires are pointing. Pay attention to what you're doing with the steering wheel. How many turns are you turning it, right or left? Usually it takes about 2 turns from centered to the extreme limit on either side. So in this case, I knew I was in a basically one full turn to the right situation there when I stopped to double check where to raise my airbags back up. And before I came back, as I liked how I was positioned and lined up, I turned the steering wheel just one turn to the left to straighten it out. Now, I already knew exactly where I needed to turn it. So learn that if you guys are at CDL school or whatever. Pay attention to what you're doing with your steering wheel, okay? Okay, guys, finally rolling here. So there was some communication breakdowns, and not entirely the dispatcher's fault. Now, one little thing that could have been done differently, but she's not the only one who has this habit. And I know she's newer to doing this, so, and that's the only reason why I kind of pushed the issue on it. But then I find out they were having computer issues there as well, so that could have factored in. And then there's lag time sometimes between when they send me a message and when it actually shows up on my truck. So from his end, it actually looked like that was the DM supervisor. From his end, it actually looked like Ramey sent me a message asking what trailer I was going to take before I even sent my macro 13 in. But on my end, it looked like I got asked after I'd already sent the macro 13 and the other message, hey, check my macro 13 for the empty trailer. And let's see. All right, yeah, and this customer's not in the same place that I expected it to be, so definitely a different location than what I pulled up on Google Maps earlier. This shipper is actually right here on Buckeye, but on the other end of it, in between Loop 202 and I-17. So we're just gonna go straight across. Hopefully these lights will cooperate. Anyway, yeah, as I said, I'm trying not to be confrontational, especially with somebody I'm on good terms with. But when someone's not doing a job properly, and especially when I know she's new at, relatively new at what she's doing there, so just trying to correct an ongoing issue. I shouldn't have to send multiple messages. And there's a reason why there's a note section in the Macro 13. So, you know, if people just take a little bit more time, just actually read the message, they would know the information that they're looking for and not play this communication waiting game. And there's proof right there that I'd sent multiple messages. Hey, look in the Macro 13. You want my trailer number? Find it there. So I'm gonna be a little bit late to that shipper. It's 10:56 right now. Got an 11 a.m. appointment time. Yeah, say I'd rather be there on time, but ultimately, like I say, do your job and read the messages that I'm sending you and follow up on them, and won't have this wouldn't have even happened in the first place. I know I could have done it the easy way and just send a free form saying what trailer number that I was grabbing on a separate message, but again, that's not fixing an ongoing problem that needs to be fixed. And I'm stubborn like that, and I'll insist that this problem get fixed. Now, if I lose a friend out of it, I hate to say that, but sometimes shit happens like that, and you lose friends over bullshit, but it's like, well, I'm not the one who's not doing my job properly, so, like, to me, it'd be like, I just get mad at you and then be done with it, and done and move on, and, deal with each other again later. I don't hold grudges like that. Especially when it comes to people I got to work with, I always try to be on good terms with them, because you never know when you might need their support for something. And not to mention being just a good person, whatever, it's kind of dictates being a decent human being to people as well. And I'm not the greatest at that as it is, so. Buckeye in 67th here. I got Loop 202 coming right up ahead. Probably a couple more miles up the road, a few more miles away to get up to the shipper. And obviously these lights are not going to be nice to us. This light's yellow now. It's going to be a heavier load. It's plus 34 continuous mode load, so it sounds like it'd be produce or, well, no, if it's going to Coca-Cola, I would imagine it's fruit and beverages of some sort, so I wouldn't even be surprised if it's one of those Fairfield loads. Fairlife, whatever, Fairlife, yeah. One of these Fairlife loads at a Goodyear or something. Maybe it's just product that already came out of there and it's being stored over here. I don't know. It'll be a learning experience for both of us. All of us, whatever. It sounds that the temperature range on the mode that it's running, I would say that's probably what's going to be, is some kind of fruit drinks of some sort. It's actually on the other side of I-17. It's in between. It's inside the downtown loop, as we might call it. In between where 10 and 17 kind of loop around downtown, and they meet up on both the northwest and the southeast sides of the downtown area. That's where they're going to be located. I think it was 691 Buckeye, or 291 East Buckeye Road. And it says 3 load locks needed. And I have 4 on hand, so we're good to go there. Alright, Crossing 59th as well as the on-ramp here for 202. Damn it, come on, lights. Just couldn't wait for me to go by first, right? And there's not even a damn, yeah. Thank you. Not a friggin' soul in sight here, and you have to turn red. Maybe a tad frustrated situation there. I said I mean, being a few minutes late is not going to change things. It's get there when I get there, but like I say, I know the easiest thing to do would have been just in the trailer number. But then also, he told me that the trailer was still in shop status, like they hadn't been, that they weren't done with it, but I didn't have an out of service tag on it. So, and like I was telling him, when I went to pre-trip, the first thing I did was I opened up the bill box to see if there were any bills in it. Because sometimes we have dry loads, not very often, but they do happen. No bills in there, but I also saw water dripping down, and it wasn't from inside the trailer, it was from the reefer area. So told me they probably hosed down the condenser. Don't turn red on me. Alright, 51st Avenue crossing here. Yeah, and he was still showing it in shop status. It might have just been that someone at Thermo King did the work, but it didn't have time to update the records or whatever. So he said keep an eye out for any issues with it. Seems like it's running just fine. It was already set to 28 degrees, so I just turned it on just to get it somewhere in the area, and not knowing if it was going to be a negative 10 or something else kind of load, and it turned out I'm actually a little bit below the set temp, which is good. It's easy to warm back up to the set temp. Just open my trailer doors and then reset the reefer unit to what I need it at, and we're good. I've not had any chance at all to do any scouting on this place because I had no idea where it was at until just now, and I don't have time to sit here. So we'll get close by, and then I'll probably switch over to satellite view, maybe get a quick little look. Alright, Buckeye and 43rd is where we're at now. There are more densely packed streets nearby, so I might even just get on 17 South and then get back off a few exits down. That'll save me a little bit of time there, I think. I'm going to have some dense... I'd see densely packed streets in that area once I'm past I-17, and that means probably lower speed limits and more traffic lights as well. So, and it's not very far. It's right after, if I get on 17 South, it's right after I get on 17, it curves around and goes to the east, the same direction I want to go. So that's why I think it will be faster for me to take 17 across. This rate, I'd even wonder if going up by Love's and getting on eastbound 10 might have been a better option here, because it's Sunday and the traffic speed data actually looks good. Looks green all the way through. GCI rail reloading. It's another truck stop right here. There's a lot of places over here in the Phoenix area you wouldn't even realize that are not, right off the freeway truck stops where you can park a truck. And then there are plenty of places along the side of the street there, in industrial areas where you can also park. turning, yeah, that's what I figured. Just not turning your damn turn signal on, idiots. For I-17 here. I can also go straight ahead, and I have two options, it looks like, for streets that I can use if I if I do take 17 south, which I will be doing. Know it's going to be as complicated just to get on I-17. So I guess I have to go up to that next street up here, probably Lower Buckeye or whatever this is up here, I don't know. Okay, now right here, it looks like that's a ramp right there, so. Situation when I was already committed to moving, and that Armada comes up. Okay, is this an actual ramp or a street that gets me to the ramp? Apparently it's a street that gets me to the ramp. For God's sake. I would have been better off just going straight ahead, I think. Now watch this light turn red on me. Yep. Can't win for losing with this place. Okay, so I can't tell what these streets are, and they kind of look similar on how many cross streets and how dense they are and all that. Not not as heavy as right here, the next couple of streets up, but still might be some delay there. Assume that PU number is going to be that number they're going to want from me. It's only maybe one or two exits down. I'd go to the next exit as well, it looks like. Probably opt for the one that's 2 exits down and then backtrack a block. do see another north-south street just west of it that might be truck friendly, but it doesn't look like there's an actual exit for it. I don't know. 7th here. I'm assuming that I'm going to use 17th. Or 7th, I mean, no. This is 7th. Wait. This is 7th and one. The other one's 7th from what it said. Yeah, it says 7th also. Okay. That's interesting. Oh, or is that 7th Avenue and this is 7th Street? Maybe I missed that detail because that's 16th Avenue sign back there. Yeah, I got downtown Phoenix right here to my left. Yeah, and this street I'm getting ready to cross over right now was the one I was kind of eyeballing, but there's no off ramp for it. So, and I kind of planned on possibly using what turned out it was going to be 7th. So, not a surprise at all for me. I was already, like I said, pre-planning on using this exit as a possibility. Alright, going to be making a left turn. There's 2 left lanes available here. Looks like turn lanes. Iron Mountain. A lot of warehouses here in Phoenix. Seems like an obscene number of warehouses here. Prologis, yeah, but they're the real estate owner usually. Abadix. What the hell's Abadix? A-B-A-T-I-X. Never heard of them. Distribution International and KBR. Does that say Pillar Logistics? I'm not familiar with any of those companies. Yeah, I know Prologis. They're an S&P 500 company, and they're what do you call a real estate investment trust company. Basically, they own the properties and they lease out the property to company businesses. If you guys aren't sure what a real estate investment trust, that's basically what they do. They buy up properties, develop them, and then use them for and they collect income from tenants paying their leases on them. Yeah, and sometimes some of these companies even have like a. They might do apartment complexes, but the tenants are not actually the residents who live there. It's more the company that runs the apartment complex is the one who they charge, basically. Uh-oh. My headset's acting dumb. Alright, now I finally can hear you. Sure did, yeah. Scott sent it to me and he let me know what was going on with that issue. Actually, he and Donnie both told me you guys were having computer issues. No, it was already clean. I have 4, and I saw in the load info that it requires 3. Okay, and I'm actually, if you want, I'm literally right around the corner from them right now. If you want to let them know, I'll be there very, very, like within 1 minute. Okay, appreciate it. Okay, that was Teresa, our Vice President of Operations. Alright, so make a left here. Yeah, she also said they were having computer issues there, so like You can't sit there and blame, you know, the late pickup or late arrival, whatever, just on one person. They're saying the computer issues, and I told her, yeah, that's all right. I'm right around the corner from the customer. Let me go to satellite mode. Looks like the docks are on. I think I go on the west side. It's this property right here, I think. Yeah. This appears to be the one I want. And looks like I'll be going into this gate right here. Wait on this guy walking down the street. Oh, I guess he's waiting for me. Yeah. Bay Logistics. Please check in at the admin office. Oh boy. What do I do here? How do I check in and not be in the way? Let me slide over here. I don't want to be in this other driver's way, so. And I hope I'm not in the way of other people working, but it is what. It looks like a brand new building here. Come on. Alright, so we'll get checked in. We'll see what's going on. So apparently this is brand new. Or some Fairlife Coke. Yeah, so I was right. It is Fairlife. Come on. I can't send my arrival call because you won't let me change my status. Alright guys, tandem's all the way back, doors open, we'll be in door 12, which is right here to my left. I'll go ahead and slide my tandems now. I know a lot of you guys wait till you're lined up with the door, for both the door, your trailer doors and the tandems. As you see, I do things differently. Okay. This is indeed a brand new facility. They just opened it up in November, from what she said. I'll come over here. I want to get my tandems over on this side of the lane as much as I can. I'm trying to avoid going onto the drive line here. Cross back over this way, get the trailer angled in that direction. Now we'll go straight back. Be a little bit wide here, but I'll be alright. I don't know. I'm expecting to have to reset. Yeah, I'm gonna have to reset. I'm gonna run out of room here, so go forward as much as this equipment here will allow me to. Get my tandems over there to that side of the door first. Start blindsiding back over. I think I'm off on it. Yeah. Alright, tandems are positioned right, but my angle's wrong. So we'll come this way, that way, and straight back. Okay, so it should be pretty easy from here once I get through loading. Make sure you have your CDL with you when you check in. They will want that. Then just trailer number, and then there's a 4 or 5 whatever number that you got to give them. Not too bad here. This place actually looks like an older building. I think. I'm kind of wondering if they're going to do something different with this. All right. Anyway, like I said, I don't want to have excessively long video footage here, and there's not really much else I have to discuss that I haven't already talked about. So we'll go ahead and finish this up when we get through when we're ready to dock out and head out. All right. All right, guys, ready to pull away from the door here now. Yeah, just under 42,000 pound load. Get forward. I gotta close my doors, and he's gonna sew me up. Just get far enough where I can get the doors open. Okay, guys, we're going to send out our departure information, and then probably head over to the Loves and Chandler to scale the load. Alright, me slide tandems real quick. I've not done that yet. I totally forgot about that. Okay, since my load is not starting or ending in California, and the only states I'm going through don't have any axle length restrictions, I'm going to just go ahead and slide the tandems till my load gauge indicates what I want it to indicate. It's up around 90 psi right now, so it's probably pretty front end heavy. Still up 80-ish there. It's pretty. Yeah, I might be right in that neighborhood. Yeah, looks about right. We'll try that out. Alright, so yeah, the tandems are actually going to be pretty far forward, it feels like. Am I in the hole already? Let me check. I was expecting to slide into the hole, not already be in it. Okay, yeah, we're good to go here. Let's get back over to the freeway. Yeah, the tandems are all pretty much all the way forward, 38.5 foot mark. Nice warm day here, 82 degrees. I actually needed my APU to keep cool back there. I'm gonna have to get my air conditioning system checked out because it decided I noticed the last few times, a couple of days, the last 2 days, I expected it to work and it didn't. Yeah, it blows warm air, so it tells me something is wrong. And it wasn't like that until after, or last time I needed it, before it got cool, it was working fine. So I wouldn't imagine that the compressor is as bad. I already changed out the compressor because the clutch went out on it. I don't know, about a year and a half ago, somewhere around there. Something along that line, I don't know. Alright, so we'll make a right turn here on the 7th Street and then get on southbound 17. That'll take us back over to I-10 East. And exit 162, I believe it is the... I'm forgetting the name of the street. I know the street, I just forget the name of it. If I see it, I know it. Anyway, there's the Loves over there, off the westbound side of the freeway. And I'll go there to scale the load to make sure everything's good. I'm sure it'll be fine. And like I said, I don't really care if I have to have the tandems in any particular spot. lanes, I think is what it says for 17 South. All right. This guy's in the wrong lane. Yeah, this guy's supposed to be in this lane, not that lane. There's 2 left turn lanes. You should always be in the outer lane, not inner. I don't think, and it said right there, left 2 lanes. So he must not have been reading. Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't know who has the green light, so it must be the left turn traffic in front of us. Also, a little detail I should add there. When you check in here at this facility that I just left, put 3 load locks inside the trailer. So I guess the warehouse guys are actually required to put them in, or at least they want to make sure they actually get put in. So if you put them in there, they'll make sure it gets done. Otherwise, they might do like what they did with me and come knocking on my door and, hey, you got 3 load locks that but yeah, if I can either install them myself or thankfully the dock door right next door was open. Alright, see, that guy figured out his mistake and fixed it after I went by. Alright, pointing right at Sky Harbor Airport. You should see the airplane taking off there. Looks like it might be a 737. Yeah, it's got to be 737 because it's Southwest Airlines. That's all they fly. Alright, only a mile away from here to I-10. So we'll get on to I-10 and I'll go ahead and end the video there. Don't need to drag on the video with extra time spent scaling it. Unless it turns out I need to go back for rework, which I seriously doubt. So, with that, bid you all farewell. And I will most likely see you guys again in Waco. Another new customer experience for me. So, guys, hopefully you'll be looking forward to that one as much as I will be. So, you guys all, I hope you enjoyed your weekend, and we'll see you guys on the next one.